All right, let's get straight to it. You see the title, Where Will LeBron Be Going? And I'm also going to be covering where do I think he's going. This year, LeBron James is a free agent, and this off season, honestly, we've all just been waiting and waiting to see where LeBron will go. So, beginning of the off season, the Lakers haven't really been prioritizing LeBron. So we kind of knew from the jump there was, a disconnect between the Lakers team and LeBron's team. And then they signed Austin Reeves, they signed a couple other people, like Golden people, not prioritizing Bron. And like I said in the video before, not prioritizing really any of the vets on the team that was there last season, which doesn't matter. And we saw how the Lakers have been with LeBron these past, 8 years. Haven't really done any moves he likes, to be honest. And I think even the Luka move wasn't something LeBron knew about. He found out over social media, which I don't know if he was upset about, but I don't think he was happy about his boy Anthony Davis leaving his team. And they did do decent in the playoffs. I don't think the Lakers are going to get over the hump. So we all kind of know LeBron's not going to be the next year. He announced he's not going to be at the Lakers next year. So then everyone just has been speculating, and there's false reports out there, this and that. Truthfully, right now, what is it, the July 18th? Nobody knows where he is going. Only people that know is probably Rich Paul and Savannah James. There ain't nobody else that knows. And there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out. People think this, people think that. It's really just up for grabs. No clue who it's gonna be. But I do just want to give input on who I think it would be and who I want it to be. So obviously I'm a Heat fan. Obviously I want LeBron to go to the Heat. It looks really nice. He can take a pay cut. We've made room for a situation like that. So personally, I want Miami Heat to get LeBron, but truthfully, the same possibility of him going to the Heat is the same him going to Cleveland, Golden State, Philly, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna go into the Heat and the roster and stuff like that last. I'm gonna dig into the other ones first. I don't think he will be a Golden State Warrior. I don't see that happening, and I don't really see it fitting. The reason I say that is, no, it would fit, but it's just hard with Draymond Green. I don't know. I don't see it fitting long term. If LeBron wants to stay with the team for 3 years, which he kind of insinuated at the Fanatics Fest that just happened, if he wants to stay with the team for 2 to 3 years, I don't know if he can deal with somebody like Draymond who runs the team, and they're not doing as much as somebody like LeBron. I don't know about that. I know LeBron did have a podcast. He was talking to somebody. He was saying, like, yeah, I like to play with people who hold me accountable. I like the screaming matches, because if we're both trying to win, the screaming matches aren't a bad thing kind of thing. So, it's like he would fit there, but he would fit anywhere. I don't see it happening. The Golden State Warriors need so much from him, it seems like, compared to the other teams. Like, they would have to, like, if they get LeBron and go to the chip, then it would be like a major accomplishment because they are not really that good. So yeah, that's just how I feel with the Warriors. I would love to see Steph Curry and LeBron. That would be cool. If they're trying to get Anthony Davis, that's a whole different story. So if they're trying to get Anthony Davis and LeBron, then that's a whole different story. I think that would be a good move for LeBron, because if they're getting AD, but even in that scenario, they're all old, AD's hurt. And then for LeBron's legacy, all those years, him going up against Curry, him and Curry have the same amount of rings. So I don't know if LeBron really wants his fifth ring to be with Curry, or I don't know if he wants, not saying he's definitely going to the championship or anything like that, but say that was the case, I don't think he would want Curry fans, or I don't know, I feel like Curry fans would just go crazy on that, like, oh, you need Curry to win this, and that. Which probably wouldn't be true, wouldn't be the case, but I do feel like the whole legacy with Golden State Warriors, Cavs rival, I think that plays a part. And LeBron in a Warriors jersey is ugly, I just feel like it's gross. It's like seeing Magic in a Celtics jersey. Don't really see it happening. That's also why, to be honest. So yeah, not really too much on the Warriors for me. Second team I want to talk about is the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won the second round last year in the East. They got to the Eastern Conference Finals, which is I was very impressed about. They have, older Harden. They have Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, who's really good. Didn't play an All-Star Mobley in the playoffs, but he was still really good. It seems like the East compared to the West, I want LeBron to go to the East. I feel like it's still a little bit more open, even though the Knicks won. I do feel like it's kind of open. I know it sounds crazy, but I really feel like it is, and that's why the Knicks won last year. Um, so with that being said, I think, Cleveland is more of a fit than the Warriors. That's home. He could do his farewell tour year there, and it would be much better because they love him over there. He's the king over there. It would be great, like legacy tour. I see that fitting well in the sense where the roster, I don't know. I feel like it'll fit well just because LeBron fits well everywhere, to be honest. So yeah, Cleveland will work. Will they go to the conference finals again? That would be the goals. I feel like they could do well again. Donovan Mitchell and LeBron, that would be a really good matchup. Really good, not matchup, really good duo. Donovan Mitchell to me is very similar to Dwayne Wade. He's just, shorter two guard, could dunk, could athletic, fast, take over a game, make big shots. I feel a lot of them games he was carrying. To be honest, he's the reason they got there. So I know it's not old Brown, but that would be a cool duo to see. And yeah, more about his farewell tour for me though. I feel like, or farewell tour for me. I feel like it's more about his legacy than anything else when it comes to him going back home to Cleveland. So yeah, that's I feel Cleveland. Cleveland, I feel like there's more of a possibility of going to Cleveland than Golden State. Him going back home, it's in the East. So yeah, third team I want to talk about, not too much, Timberwolves. I'm not tripping about it. I don't think he's going there. I don't see why. I don't see why he'd want to go to Minnesota. They don't really got vets like that. Melo and Ant and McDaniels, they got a good team. Gobert, I guess they do have some vets. Gobert, I guess yeah, they do have some. You could say vets, but nobody who has major experience that would be like a huge game changer, and they're still in the West. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's gonna happen at all. I do think Cleveland has more of a chance than them as well. Philadelphia. So the 76ers are very interesting because they weren't really in the trade talks, or not trade talks. They weren't really in the rumors about LeBron going to them. But once Jaylen Brown came over, that's kind of when they arose. At the end of the day, I think it still is what it was, is that Embiid is always hurt. And even when he's not hurt and making an impact, it just still might not be enough. So I don't see LeBron going over to the Sixers just for that reason. They do have Jaylen Brown now. Maxey Edgecombe is going to be good in the future. I'm closest to Philly out of all the teams, so for me, I would love for that to happen. Just in the sense, I can see LeBron consistently, but I just don't see LeBron living in Philly. I don't see him, making a home here. I don't see him competing in the playoffs with a fully healthy roster every year with Philly if he's here for 2 or 3 years. So. I don't see that happening. I think it's a cool idea, but I don't see it happening at all. So I don't see him going to Philly at all. I still have him more in Cleveland, and even Golden State than Philly, because in Golden State, at least they have the situation they can get Anthony Davis. With Philly, that's kind of just the situation. So I don't know about that one. I've heard talks about the Knicks. I didn't want to get into that. I don't think LeBron's going to the Knicks. They just won. It's New York. He likes playing Madison Square Garden. He's talked about a whole bunch of times. Don't see it happening. They just won. I don't really think he's about that, going to the championship team. And finally, last but very not least, my Miami Heat, South Beach, where he is a two-time champ, four-time conference champ, two-time MVP. Or no, was he three-time MVP with the Heat? This is my personal favorite because I'm a Heat fan. But even if I wasn't a Heat fan, I would see this either as Miami or Cleveland. One reason is I don't think LeBron wants to switch teams all like that. I think he wants to stay in a sense, like, I think he wanted to stay with Cleveland the whole time of his career, but they couldn't give him any pieces, so he left. I think he wanted to be with Cleveland his whole 20-something years. So I think he doesn't want to add any more teams to his resume. I think he wants to keep it Cleveland, Miami, LA. I don't think he wants to add a fourth team to that. I think he just wants, for things to look clean, and yeah, not have that old man, like have that Ewing Magic jersey or the Barkley Rockets jersey. He doesn't want that, I think. So that's one reason why I see him going to either Cleveland or Miami. Another reason is Miami just went to the finals with two teams who shouldn't have gone to the finals. We did play hurt teams still. Like, we were two eighth seed teams pretty much going to the finals. And that was 2020 and 2023. So even though 2023 is 3 years ago still, our franchise has done a lot with little pieces with undrafted players in this past couple years, and we make undrafted players shine too, which LeBron does too. LeBron makes mid-level players look better, and he needs shooters, so we can find shooters for cheap. We've been good at that for the past couple years. That's what everybody's complaining about. We don't have shooters. I think we will be fine. Like someone like Tecchio, I think we're good at scouting these kind of people. Like Strus, Robinson, we have good shooters, I think, and we can scout for them. We just added Ray Allen as development coach, and they were on that same team together back in 2013, so I think that adds something. Um, I think that it will also work because it's big ball. It's big boy basketball. It's big, tall, positionless basketball. We haven't really seen this. This is what basketball is gonna be. This is, in my opinion, like where it's headed to is positionless. We're already there, but even more positionless when we start seeing tall point guards and stuff like that, like LeBron or like LeBron a couple years ago. Like Ben Simmons, Victor Wembanyama, Chet, people like this are the examples of what basketball is to become. They're an example of an advanced, crazy form of basketball where you have 7-footers dribbling like point guards. And the reason I say all that is because I think with the Miami Heat, with LeBron joining them, that it would be something similar to that compared to all the other teams. Like even with the Warriors, like it would still be like a normal sized team, like an average sized team. And they are old. So it's not like it's worth it. It's not like they're like, I don't know. So I think that for me is a big thing is like they'd be able to, you have 3 juggernauts ready to go in the paint. I don't think we've really ever seen that in my opinion, because usually when you have a big 3, you have like, the facilitator and other, like, I guess LeBron would be that, but, and Bam can be a facilitator. Yeah, they all can be, but I don't think LeBron's played with anybody who has the same physical stature as him, and or slash better. Like Giannis he's there. He's taller than him. I don't know if he's stronger than him, but damn near the same thing. Probably stronger than him now because he's younger and stuff. So Bam, 6'9", 6'10", like just a small center. So you have 3 powerhouses going in the paint, and people are gonna be scared of inside the paint. So I think that can be very unique. I'm no expert. I could be this could be bullshit. So, but I do think that can be impact. Like people are not gonna, like, I don't know, if you're in the middle of the paint, you're gonna either flood the paint or you're just gonna leave because somebody's gonna dunk on you. Like, I think with that team, that can be really good. Just Bam, Giannis, and LeBron, and they can shoot. The only one there that can't shoot is like Giannis, but it's not like Bam can't shoot. So I think the narratives are kind of getting crazy right now with Heat need 3-point shooters with Giannis. We need this and that. If we were to get LeBron, we have no bench. I don't really think that's true. I think Norman Powell is a loss, but I don't know. I see LeBron going to the Heat if he wants to win a championship, in my opinion. Giannis, the thing about Giannis that he has been hurt, especially in the playoffs, has been hurt. So that is the thing with him that I will say is like, I can't sit here and say, oh, he can't work with Embiid because he's always hurt. Giannis is hurt as well. He's not always hurt like Embiid, but he also can be hurt. So that is something to factor in. And I think on the Heat compared to all the other teams, LeBron has the most backseat role. Maybe Cleveland as well, just because I feel like they can be deep during stretches where their players are playing really well. But I think with the Heat, LeBron could just take a back seat, and he doesn't have to do too much. You have Giannis and Bam, and then Wiggins and Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell plays like an all-star like half of the season last year, in my opinion. I think he's really well. So I don't really see that. I don't know. I see that as the best option for him. And then it would also just be like iconic. He's going back to South Beach. That's where he was at his prime at, as far as just like physicality. So I think it would just add so much, just culture. So I see that as the most attractive situation. I think he will go to Miami, to be honest. I think he's going to Miami. Um, if he doesn't, will not be surprised. If he doesn't, I see him going to Cleveland. If he doesn't go to Miami or Cleveland, my mind's gonna be blown. To be honest, I want him to go to Miami or Cleveland. I think that would be the best option for him. Got a farewell tour at home or Miami, which is damn near his second home. He won 2 chips here back to back. That's the only time he's won back to back. I think he knows what Pat Riley's about. He's worked with Spo before. So I see it working, you know. I think it'll just be a lot in a sense where like, just moving and, going back to that situation with like the Miami Heat franchise where you have to work hard and the body fat percentage and, the certain standard. But I think that's kind of what he wants, if anything. I think he wants a certain set standard because that's the only way you could compete for a championship. And LeBron needs his fifth one. So yeah, a lot was said about this situation, like over the Fanatics Fest. I wanted to go, but I wasn't able to make it have work. But I wanted to take a train there. Yeah, LeBron said like he can average 10 points even when he's 65. Which is probably true, but I think he's also insinuating like, and he said this before. He wants to be in the league a while. He wants to be Tom Brady. He wants to be in the league to 45. So if he goes to a new team, I think it's notable to say that he's gonna be there for at least 2 years because he wants another ring. So yeah, that's just how I feel. I think he's gonna be Miami Heat, if not a Cleveland Cavalier. Um, but truthfully, nobody knows. All these sources coming out saying, "Oh, today I heard this. This person said this. This person said that." It's all BS. Nobody knows where he's going. And we're not gonna know until we know, and it's that plain and simple. Everyone's gonna try to hop on it as fast as they can and say, "Oh, I know where he's going." We're not gonna know until they tell us, until his team tells us, whatever it is. So it's gonna be interesting where it's gonna go, and I do think it's interesting that the NBA literally said like, we need LeBron to make his decision because it's affecting our schedules. Our scheduling is difficult. We can't do it without LeBron. Those are the primetime games. So I thought that was very interesting. So LeBron's playing games right now or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's chilling. I was seeing stuff today that saying that he knows where he's gonna go, that he already has his mind set on where he wants to go or whatever. I don't really care. Like I said, I just want to know when it comes out. So yeah, that's just what I know and what I think. So if LeBron's not a Heat, then he's not a Cavalier, then this was all just nothing. Thanks for listening. Peace.